G'day fellas, and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the east side of the map, playing as the Malians once again. It's the one and only Wallalol God himself, it's Salami! And on the west side of the map, playing in the color orange as the Ottomans, it's Puppy Paw. We're back for a rematch. You guys would have seen the last game. Well, we're up for round number 2. This time, things are a little bit different. Instead of Puppy Paw opting for the Delhi Sultan this time, he says, well, we're going to stick with the green flags. We're just going to switch it out a little. Going to play with the Ottomans instead. And I'm liking it. I like this a lot. I think that the Ottomans have got a pretty good matchup into the Malians, just primarily because what the Ottomans want to do. Start out with this military school, and naturally this is going to mean that you can put some pressure over onto the pit mine. And the Malians always want to be making that pit mine. So you can normally force a response. The only issue that you're going to have is that Salami's got something prepared for you already. You guys know what it is. It's going to be that trade landmark, that Saharan trade network right here, which is going to be doing all the protection Salami needs. Now, in addition to that, he's also got a really good trading post on this map, another good trading post down in this corner. So he can choose whichever side he wants to go. I think this is probably the best side for him, though. Normally you can kind of feel what side yours is on. It can always be a little bit difficult, but you can see you can kind of cut the map either way, right? Like you can go this way, or you can go across this way, but naturally you'd want to stick it a little bit closer. I'm looking forward to seeing what this opening holds for us, because I guess the thing for me is, right, like, as the Ottomans, you have to be very careful about staying in the feudal age, I feel like. I think that you want to try and get up to the castle age against the Malians as quickly as you can, but you want to do so safely, because the issue that you're going to have is that if they do manage to get up to the castle age uncontested, which they always will, the Malians. They've got that landmark that helps them out, protects their gold mine. They've also got a pretty quick castle age, and by the time the Ottoman ball gets rolling, then you know what's going to be out, don't you? It's going to be the Farimba garrison that's sort of chilling out there, pumping out units non-stop, and because of that, it makes it very difficult for you to contest them. So I think that, you know, when it comes to, you know, I often used to talk about this concept of the Ottoman build order that you could basically use against every single civilization. But that's not the case anymore. People have learned how to deal with the Ottomans. And the Malians in particular have come a long way from where they once stood. Not as strong, or rather not as weak as they used to be considered. Many considered them to be... I remember when they initially came out, right? When the Malians initially came out, everyone's like, oh wow, Malians are great, Ottomans are terrible. And then the Ottomans got one buff and it was like, oh my lord, they're amazing. And the Malians really fell off as a result. I don't know, people just kind of got used to the Malians and how to play against them, how to play against their units, but they've switched it around. I mean, Salami's found a great way back into it, but we can see already that Spearman coming out. Now keep in mind, Salami's going to be able to cover the villages. This is what makes this so powerful. He can cover the villages from any potential spear attack. So the Spearman's not going to have any chance at getting down this landmark. You can see the scout running in, looking to put pressure onto this house. But Salami doesn't even need to give this the time of the day. All that Puppy Paw is trying to do is get more villagers out here, right? That's what he wants to do. He's trying to say, hey, bring more villagers out here to start building your Saharan trade network, or I'm going to burn down this house. And the truth is, Salami can just pull one villager and start repairing up this house. That's not going to be an issue. We do see a mill coming down for Salami as well. This does seem to be the new Malian opening. Players looking to try and take advantage of those cows early on. You don't pick up too many sheep, that's okay. We do see Salami moving that single villager up. Starts repairing immediately as soon as that house goes on fire. And as a result, he's going to fall back and doesn't even repair it all the way. He knows he doesn't need to repair it all the way. And just leaves it going. And that age up coming through just shy of 4 minutes, or just over 4 minutes rather. But at the same time, on the other side of the map, expect to see an age up coming through from Puppy Paw any second. It's going to be the Twin Minaret Madrasa. Beautiful spot he's got back here behind the town center and next to the berries. He wants to make sure, though, he's gathering from the right berries. You can see he's sitting on these berries. You want to go for these berries right here, Puppy Paw. Come on. One of the world's best players. I shouldn't have to tell you. We do see him taking stone. I'd expect that this is probably going to be a second town center. One of the things I was talking about earlier is you do want to try and get up to the castle age quite early. And I think that you can very much flex whether you want to go for an extra military school or an extra town center. Because when you go for that extra military school, when you age up, you're going to be able to make that third military school from the points that you get for your vizier. Or rather, you're going to be able to get military campus to get the extra vizier point to make the extra military school. So I think you can go two ways. And against the Malians, it's probably wise. I don't know. I just feel like playing the late game against the Malians is just dangerous, right? Like, I feel like the only way to play against the Malians is to just kill them early. If you don't kill them early, you're not killing them. Like, unless you're killing them with a timing push, you're not going to have a good time. Because they've always got this ready to roll. The Saharan Trade Network is always ready to go. It's got a wonderful trade post in the corner of the map. And if this gets to 20 minutes and both players are on an even standing, Salami just drops down 15 markets next to the trade post, puts a market down here, and he's like, hey guys, do you guys mind going for a trip down here? They go down there, they pick up their huge resource bonuses along the way, and then they cash in a huge amount of gold. But look at this. Salami, under pressure, was looking for this pit mine. Villager going to get stuck into a bit of a tough position here. Another spearman coming out. Salami trying to be really safe and wall off this pit mine. Gets caught out. It looks like our Ottoman friend, Puppy Paw, is going to be doing a great job of spotting that out. But we do see now, second military school's come up for Puppy Paw. And he's still on stone, quite heavily. 6 villagers on stone. So it is going to be a second town center as well. So extra greedy here. Villager does go down. Is it going to be worth it? It's going to be worth it. Even if you lose the scout and both of the spearmen, I feel like that's still worth it, right? 2 villager kills. That's amazing. That's great. 2 villager kills for 2 spearmen and a scout. What a great trade for Puppy Paw. And with that Vizier point coming in now, I would love to see the Imams. Come on, do it. Do the Imams. Please. Oh my God, Anatolian Hills. When are these people going to learn? The Imams are actually legit, dude. I'm telling you. No one knows that these Imams are actually busted. But let's not say that too loudly, all right? Got to keep some surprises hidden for us eventually when it happens. Spearman just chilling out, though. Guarding up the pit mine. At least guarding up the potential pit mine. Scout going to be moving out across the map. Second town center going in front of the gold. Good little spot he's got there. Only a couple of villagers making the TC for the moment. A couple more going to be moving out. These guys all looking to help out. Yeah, I'd suspect he just goes fast castle into this. We do see more production getting thrown down, though. Nice positioning here with the blacksmith. I do like the way he's actually got this position. This is really nice. I don't think he's going to be able to fit anything in between here. So maybe that military school is like up one tile too many, so he can't fit anything in. I'd love for like the MIA to be on the back here. Yeah, the radius of the blacksmith is 3 tiles. So with the military school being 4, it's just 1 too many. The age up about to come through for Salami. Still got plenty of gold in the bank. Remember, with that extra gold, there's so many things that you can do as the Malians. I think that's what makes it so attractive, playing them. They're very easy to macro. I say very easy to macro like I'm a good player. But, you know, if you ever have too much gold, just build some cows. Train some cows. Construct some cows. What do you do with cows? I think you train them, right? Yeah, I think you just train them. Train a cow. Turn that gold into food. Feel good. We do see now plenty of scouting information coming through for Salami. He knows exactly what his enemy's up to. That second TC is going to be a bit of a giveaway, though. And to me, that's a really good thing for Salami, right? The reason why this is good for Salami, second TC, why is it good for Salami? It's good for Salami because it means that there's only really one timing he can die to. And it's a timing around 18, 19 minutes. The second town center is going to come up, and it's going to take about 5 minutes to pay off. But after that, he's also going to be looking for military schools, the MIA to come through, and the ball is really going to start rolling for Puppy Paw around that 18, 19 minute mark. So as long as he doesn't die to any kind of timing attack in that frame, he should be okay, because he's always got the option of trade late game. And the reality is you're just not going to beat Mali in trade. It's way too good, especially considering he's picked up the Saharan Trade Network. It's way too good. I think the consequence of that is the trade trick. And I don't know how you'd really fix the trade trick. I don't know if it's intended by the devs, but I feel like the reason why Malian trade is so good is because it pays off very, very quickly. It literally pays off within minutes of you putting it down. Because you remember, right? Like a town center costs 750 resources. Each villager, 50 resources. So now we're talking, that's 800 resources for the first vill, 850 for the second vill that they've got to pay off. And as you continue making vills, so it pays off around the 5 minute mark, right? Because by 5 minutes, you've made 15 villages, and the first vill has been working for a long time. The second vill has been working for 20 seconds shorter, but you get the idea, right? And so it gets to the point where you've got 5 minutes to pay that one off. And then compare that over to here, where you've got a market that gets dropped down for 100 wood, and the first trader comes out, and it's 60 gold, 60 wood, so now you're talking 220 resources. Well, it's 180 gold to this corner. in the market. And then you've got toll outpost, toll outpost, toll outpost, toll outpost. You're up to 70%. Is it 70%? Yeah, it's 75% of the total value of your trade already at the very beginning. And then by the time they get over here, boom, that's going to pay off your entire market immediately. Anything after that is profit, baby. And that's why it's so scary playing against it, because you drop like 6 markets down and you're paying off 6 markets immediately. And then you've got 6 traders coming out there. They're going to pay themselves off immediately as well and give you that profit. So that's what makes it so strong. Well, that's what makes it so difficult to deal with. But the age up now coming through as well. It's going to be MIA. And we can see the MIA. Oop, a lot of buttons right there. Fat fingering. There's no way that's in range. There's no... Is it this blacksmith? How is that? There's no way that this is affecting this. Unless I'm crazy. And this should be... Dude, I'm losing my mind. Is that within that radius? I thought it was 3 tiles. I literally just tested this the other day. And if that's 4 tiles, which it is, then that's 1 tile, that's 3 tiles. I'm losing my mind. Donzo's coming out though. Let's lose my mind another time, Drongo. We gotta use it to cast this game. What? No way. Oh, no way. Look, the blacksmith. It doesn't need to be built. He just leaves the blacksmith there. Oh my God, that's actually a bug. Oh, this is a big bug. It might not seem like a big bug, but this is a big bug, right? Like he didn't build the blacksmith. It's not huge. He still needed the resources to build it. He just didn't build it though. Super, super cool bug. Very nice bug abuse coming out from Puppy Paw. I wonder if that's intentional. Surely that's intentional. There's no way that's unintentional. I mean, this changes early Ottoman build orders, right? Like, because I spend so much time, so many villager seconds, right? Like, you're talking 30 villager seconds to build one of these bad boys. You don't have to build it anymore. You just drop it down. If you put it right next to the town center, they ain't touching it. You can cancel it, pick it up, put it somewhere else. Spahi moving out. Imam's also looking to pick up those relics. First relic already in the bag here for Salami. Second one coming through shortly. Of course, the third one's already in. Donzo's up towards this northern relic. Not going to be anywhere near. Instead, he's just sticking with the Musafadi warriors here. My mistake. I figured they'd be Donzo's. He's going to try and take out the Imam. Give him a little bit of a runaround. Takes out the Spahi. And now Wall's coming down to the south for Puppy Paw. Villager numbers looking good for him. He's up 20 vills at this point. I don't know how he's up 20 vills. I guess he killed 2 vills early. But surely he hasn't made 17 vills yet with his second town center. Actually, maybe he has. This was a pretty early TC. Jeez, they start stacking up quickly though. Siege Workshop coming down for Salami immediately. He knows what his enemy's going to be moving into. Typically, we do see them move into those big archer compositions. And against heavy Musafadi, you can expect that. But at the same time, we do see a Mangonel already set up for Puppy Paw. Look at the unit numbers already for Salami. He's got no idea. Puppy Paw with no idea. And all of a sudden, just like the wind that comes out of nowhere. Hey guys, how's it going? Don't mind me. 2 dead, 3 dead. Mangonel shot, ain't gonna matter. Turns and focuses his attention on the outpost. Takes it down. There goes 100 wood. Salami very happy with himself. He'll be a little bit chuffed. And we now hear that next vizier point coming through. He's got 4 military schools already. Expect that next point to have gone through to the additional training time. You could also look for things like the Janissaries as well. It's a bit more all in though. When you're going for 2 town centers. You know what? It could be the time for it though. Honestly. You know, the more and more I see the power of these vizier points, like you see the power of the imams with field work, the power of trade bags with the prevalence of trade. I think the balance of the MIA and the Istanbul, what's it called? The Imperial Council? It starts to get a little bit fairer because now those vizier points, I mean, they start to get serious, right? Like maybe you want to open with field work, move up to military campus, get your 8 gens out, then move into trade bags. Once you start trading, you want siege works as well. Like there's a lot of things that you need. Moving around the edge of the map though. Salami trying to find a way through. Looking to pick up upgrades behind it. We see Springlets coming out. Remember playing up against the Malians, or rather up against the Ottomans. They're always going to have siege pressure. With the pressure of siege, you need to be able to respond to that. So he looks instead to be pulling out Springles. First Springles out. Second Springles coming through at the moment. Should give him enough to one-shot each of the mangonels. And arms getting baited away. First of the upgrades are coming through. Has finished off that blacksmith now. +2 ranged attack, or ranged armor coming through. Mangonel number 2. Salami picked up a total of 4 relics. His enemy picked up 1. So Salami, this game looking to take that religious advantage that we saw Puppy Paw look to take in the last. Third pit mine, well and truly established. No sign of markets coming through just yet. Salami's up, rather down by about 23 villagers at the moment. Not a huge amount. Armies are pretty even as well. Definitely feels like this game is going to come down to micro. And I can't help but feel like the advantage is going to be with Salami, just considering his unit comp here. The double springled. He adds in a mangonel, which is exactly what he needs. The icing on the cake. Because his enemy's got the mangonels. As long as he's able to take them out, bait them out, he'll be in a really solid position. And I've got my suspicions right now that Puppy Paw might even be looking for an Imperial Age. The problem he's going to have, if he commits for an Imperial Age seems like a really good idea, right? But he's gone 2 TC. The best thing Puppy Paw can do right now is just not lose his army. That's going to be really key. Because the longer this game goes on, the bigger his army's going to get. As long as he's keeping tabs on what his enemy's doing and that they're not trading. But the Mangonel. Find some decent shots there. Needs to be careful. Springled shots come through. And it looks like we might have a battle upon our hands. Entering into the cinematic mode as the Musafati come up to the front. Don't look like they're in stealth just yet. Springleds continue pushing up. Inching forward. Taking out the men-at-arms. Did you see that? That men-at-arm got put on his back. Those Musafati been playing a little bit too much rugby, I suspect. Donzos and javelin throwers looking to begin sieging down the first of the outposts. Vizier point coming through now. What direction does he look to go? Does he dare look to go for the 8 Janissaries? He's under pressure right now. Those extra units could really help him out. Could also go into siege crews. We don't see it. Mangonel going to be in struggle town. Springlord's taking them down. Mangonel on the backside. And we've got big problems in Big Noob Town. Archers towards the north. Mangonel might be looking up there. For the moment, he focuses down, gets a really good shot in. Musafati numbers overwhelming at the moment. Springlord takes them out from distance. He trades out the 1-for-1. Pretty happy with his trade. With the numbers here looking good for Salami. Archers continuing to fire down upon that Springlord. Just really getting poor value there. And now we can see that the Archers being forced back by the Musafati. This is what makes the Musafati so strong. They're such great units in positions like this. And now we can see Puppy Paw trying to hold on. Good little pinching maneuver here underneath the town centers. But the Musafati begin heading in towards that gold mine. They find villagers down there as well. Looks like Salami going to be repelled, but we do see all 3 sacred sites now captured for our Delhi turned Malian main. Archers do move down, looking to clean this up. We bring back in the UI so you guys can get a bit of a read on what's happening with regard to the resources a minute. Let's have a look and see where they're at. At the moment, Puppy Paw yet to really consider much of an imp. I do suspect to be looking for it sooner rather than later, though. Puppy Paw is always the kind of guy who likes to hit those imps. He's a very greedy imp player. I've watched a lot of games for him where he's just gone up to Imperial Age. That one on Hill and Dale in particular is a memory where he goes for, we do see siege crews coming in, but he goes for like these fast imps and then he just dies. It's fast imp into good game. It's a strategy best developed by Leenock. You may remember it. Oh gosh, you guys remember Outback Octagon? Leenock died 3 weeks in a row, or 3 games in a row. He went fast Imperial on the English in the first 2 weeks. I think in the 3rd week it was like HRE, and he died every single game after going imp. Oh, it was so funny. Poor Leenock. All right, well, the Sacred Victory approaches. Plenty of stables coming down right now for Salami. Looking for that transition. We do see the Sacred Site in the center of the map taken. The Musafati coming back around for a re-up. Not going to find it, though. The Archers able to take them out. And they're beautiful little skirts. Take a look at that. Some leopard-looking skirts right there. Army looking pretty decent at the moment, though. For Puppy Paw. This is a good amount of units. Now, the question is, what composition does Salami look to go for here? We see him looking to pick up imported armor for the sofa. So does he go for something like Musafati sofa? which is a pretty strong combo. The only thing that Musafati really lose to are archers, and obviously the Sofa do very well against them. So that could be an option for him. I guess technically they also lose to spearmen if you make enough of them, and you've got a good back line. So maybe that could be something that Puppy Paw looks to go into. Spahi out here just camping for the last, what's it been? Probably the last 15 minutes, probably the last 12 minutes, something like that. It's been out here for a long time though. So far up to 5 armor for the moment. Make that 7. Imported armor just coming through now. Numbers here looking good for him. Also picking up warrior scouts. Move a little bit faster out here. Continuing to wall up. Continuing to move a little bit like an onion. Curious position out here. An intentional? Unintentional chop through maybe? Move the villagers a bit too far. And we can see that macro. It's heading towards that Imperial Age that I was alluding to before. As I said, Puppy Paw, very, I would almost say prone to going Imperial Age. The problem is, he hasn't walled the front. And I feel like if ever you're going Imperial, wall yourself in. Because if you get pushed, you're going to be in such a tough spot, right? And the numbers at the moment, they're pretty even. So Salami could very easily just come up upon him, take out all the forces, if that, as soon as that Imperial Age comes through. Look at the forces now from Salami. It's a huge mass. Springald placement on that outpost. Springald's in the backside as well. Couple of meta out here. Looks like he's got it on attack speed for the moment. Decent sized army. Main issue he's going to have this composition. I can't help but feel it gets countered by the composition that Salami's got. Look at the numbers that he's got back here. Plenty of Springalds coming out. Couple of imams getting thrown in. I would have loved a wall out here. Would have been beautiful. We're right on board with Puppy Paw right now. He spots the Musafati. Where is he going though? With these Springals. Springals are moving out fast. All of the cavalry comes in on the front line. We're going to enter into the cinematic mode right now because it is time to do battle. Salami says so. Musafati on the backside now, making their way through. Puppy Paw looking for the age up. He's going to be going for the Seagate Castle. Is it going to be enough? He needs to try and get this up as quickly as he can. Looks like about 16 villagers on it at the moment, but you can see the struggle coming through. Mangonel does get taken out. A single one remaining on the backside. More Springals losing lives, trying to hold on for dear life. Musafati absolutely surrounding the archers, firing off more and more Springals now. He's looking for it. Can't find the Mangonel. Gets a shot off. It's still going to be about half health, and then it goes down. Still falling back towards that Seagate Castle. More and more men-at-arms funneling in, but there's not a lot of units. Janissary number 1 finally comes out of the box, but still falls back towards this Seagate Castle. It gets up, needs to drop all the villagers inside it, and he does. He should be able to hold on from this position, but look at Salami. He just turns his attention towards the Seagate Castle. He says, you know what? That's a keep. That ain't too bad. I'll take it for myself, and indeed he does. Look at the amount of units he's got here. Salami looking to absolutely take Puppy Paw out right now. Huge damage coming through. The military mass difference is massive right now, and indeed that keep goes down in a heartbeat. 5,000 health gone like that, baby. Very, very quickly. It vanishes. The enemy landmark goes down, as you can see on our screen. And Salami in prime position here to overwhelm the enemy. Needs to reinforce. And there are the reinforcements coming through. Needs to start sending streaming units towards those wood lines, those gold mines, all of those important places. And no upgrades are coming through. He's picking up Janissary guns right now, an extra 3 damage, but that ain't going to help. That ain't going to help right now. You need units right here, Puppy Paw, and he's looking for it. He's looking for the Great Bombard. Mangonel in queue as well from the MIA, but the numbers here, 79 against 8. There's no chance he comes back from this. So many villagers went down as well. Remember, there were 15 villagers inside the Seagate Castle, and they've all gone down, and Puppy Paw taps out. Salami victorious with a beautiful timing push. The consequence of a lack of walls. Had those walls just been up here, he would have been able to keep the Springalds behind it, would have been able to defend, would have been beautiful. Well, fellas, I hope you've enjoyed this game. Check out Salami, check out Puppy Paw. I'll leave links in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.